Hey, it's Derek from Ideal Body, and this video is all about intermittent fasting and how to lose weight without exercise. All right, let's get started. So intermittent fasting has been around basically forever. It's just gained a lot of popularity recently because, well, it works, and it works really, really well, especially if you don't like exercise. And I know a lot of trainers are gonna get mad at me for saying this, but exercise is a terrible way to lose weight, and you don't really even have to exercise if you wanna lose weight. Now, there's obviously benefits to exercising that, we can get into another time, but in terms of just weight loss and burning the unwanted fat off your body, cardio and intervals and any type of sprints or anything like that is not going to do it for you. So we can just do something as simple as intermittent fasting, and you can really lose as much weight as you want quickly and easily. So we're going to get through the basics of that here today, and you'll know exactly what to do if you want to start using fasting to start burning more fat. Now, what I want to let you know is when you fast, you're not starving yourself. So if you go to a meal and you choose not to eat, people kind of get weirded out by that. They think, oh, you're not eating, what are you, starving yourself? You're like depriving yourselves of food. But it's not like that at all. All you're really doing is first you're listening to your body, because when you start fasting, you're not going to be as hungry as often as you are now when you're consistently eating food, especially higher carb foods that ramp up your hunger hormones and make you more hungry and crave more foods throughout the day. So you're going to eliminate that, so you're not going to be as hungry as often during the day. So you're going to naturally not want to eat as often as you do now. And the other point of it is you're basically just prolonging the time that you're not eating. So if you think about the word breakfast, it's break fast. You're breaking your fast. Now, a lot of the popular fast, you're skipping breakfast, and that's what we're going to get into here today. But again, you're not starving yourself. You're not, just giving up food. It's not anything like that. It's just you're just taking more time where you're not eating. So with fasting, and why it works so well is because it burns your food energy. So here's what happens in your body as you start fasting. When you don't eat for a prolonged period of time, your body doesn't release a hormone called insulin. So insulin basically determines your weight loss. It can be as simple as that. And if you understand that, it'll make it so much more easier when you start, thinking about the foods you want to eat and if you want to start fasting. So your body releases insulin when you eat foods, especially higher carbohydrate foods. Now, if you fast and you don't eat anything, your insulin levels are going to be at 0. So when you eat, again, higher carb foods, what happens is they get broken down into your body and get turned into sugar. Now, you have sugar stores in your liver, so your liver will store a certain amount of sugar that you can use for energy, and the rest of it will mainly get stored in your fat cells. So it'll get shuttled around to your belly, your thighs, your butt, wherever it is that you tend to store fat. That's where the sugar is going to get shuttled to. It's going to go in your fat cells, and once it's in your fat cells, it's really hard to get out. That's why it's so easy to gain weight, and yet it's harder to actually burn it off. So when you fast, what happens is your body naturally burns through all your sugar stores throughout the day. So even if you're not exercising, when you're waking up, when you're walking to the mailbox, when you're walking your dog, when you're going to work, when you're sitting in meetings, your body is still burning calories for energy. Now, what's going to happen is when you don't eat and when you don't consistently put a lot of food calories in your body's going to burn through all your sugar stores. And when you do that, then it's going to switch over and burn your fat stores. The problem most people have is they're consistently eating so many carbohydrates during the day that they never burn through their sugar stores. So if you're even eating like healthier foods like, whole grain toast or bagels or whole wheat pasta, things like that we're told are healthier, brown rice, what happens is that just keeps replenishing your sugar stores, and you never actually burn through them. And if you don't burn through them, then you're never going to burn the actual fat on your body. So when you fast, you burn through all that sugar for energy throughout the day, again, not even exercising, and then you switch and your body starts burning fat. So that's how you can wake up, go to work, watch TV, not even exercise, and start burning a lot of fat because your body naturally burns it for energy because you don't have all this sugar in your body because you're taking a longer break from eating. So that's how the energy from the food is stored in two ways: the sugar in the liver and fat on your body. And now in the fasting, what it does, again, is it burns through all the sugar and it gets to the fat on your body. Now there's a bunch of different types of fasting. There's, the most popular one is like the 16-8 fast or the intermittent fast, where you go 16 hours without eating, and then you have like an 8-hour eating window. So something like, you finish eating at 8 p.m. and then you don't eat again till noon the next day. Now that's, again, just like skipping breakfast. Now, when you hear that, you think, I could never do that. I could never go that long without eating food. I was the exact same guy. I did that. I tried it a couple times. It didn't work. I used to be the person who would wake up at like 4 or 5 in the morning because I had a job that I had to get to very early in the morning, and I would eat like a big bowl of oatmeal, and I'd have some fruit in there. I'd even put a little protein powder in there thinking that I'm eating a healthy meal, but what that does is it basically replenishes my sugar stores, and I'm not burning fat throughout the day. I'm just burning sugar, and if you want to burn fat, then that's pretty much the backwards way to do it. So I was in that place where I was eating all the time, and I was eating very early in the morning. So the easiest way to do it is just to ease yourself into it. So I like to start with a 12-hour fast. So if you go, let's say you finish eating dinner at 7 7 p.m. Well, then you just don't eat again until 7 a.m. And that's pretty easy because you're going to be sleeping most of that time. You'll be awake for a couple hours and maybe you wait an hour after you wake up to eat your breakfast. So start there. Start with something very simple with a 12-hour fast and then keep pushing it back. So maybe the next day or even the next week you push it back a half hour or an hour, and then you keep pushing it back until it just becomes your natural routine and you go 16 hours without eating and you don't feel hungry. Your body just naturally starts burning more fat and starts using fat for energy. So then it just becomes your new normal. And it's simple. It's very simple. It's very easy. You don't even think about it anymore. Another type of fast you can do are like 24-hour fast, where you can do that. It's only safe to do that really 1 to 2 times a week and go in the whole 24 hours. I've done it a few times. It's just not for me personally. I don't like going that long without eating, especially if you're, have a high stress job, a high, energy job, something like that, where you want some food in there to give you some energy. I wouldn't recommend that. But again, it's very safe, very easy to do once you reprogram your body to do it that way. And again, so a lot of people think that when you're not eating, it's not healthy and your body's going to go into starvation mode and things like that. And that's just not true. You have to eat. You have to not eat for a very long time for your body to switch into starvation mode. So don't worry about, your body flipping on that and plateauing or anything like that. Fasting is actually a very good way to get through a plateau. So again, fasting is really just going a prolonged period of time without eating. I'd recommend start with 12 hours. Start with a 12-hour fast. See if you can do that 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, next week you do a 12-hour fast. And you just ease your way into it. You don't have to go into it and just overhaul everything that you're currently doing, because then that's never going to work, because you're going to get overwhelmed and you're not going to like it, and then you're just going to go back to your old habits. So again, start very simple, very slow. I say with the 12 hours, then you can push it back to 13, 14, then eventually maybe to the 16 hours if that works best for you. But it's really, again, finding what does work best for you. Personally, I do anywhere from a 14 to a 16-hour fast every single day. And before I did a 12-hour fast. So I kind of gradually just bumped it up. It got to the point where I wasn't hungry for breakfast anymore in the morning because my body just had all this stored fat to use for energy, and it used that in there, and I wasn't hungry. It was still getting the nutrients and the vitamins and everything it needs. It was just pulling it from my fat stores instead of food, going into your body that you're eating. So it's a very healthy way to do it, a very easy way to do it, and that's how you can get away with not even exercising, because again, your body's using your stored fat for fuel throughout the day, just through your daily activities. So that's why you don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to, do these high intensity intervals. You don't have to do the long marathon cardio. If you enjoy doing that, then by all means go ahead, but you don't need to do that to get started with weight loss. So if you're just looking to lose that first 10 pounds, that first 20 pounds, and you haven't done anything in weeks, months, or even years, I would say don't worry about exercise. I would say stop exercising for at least 30 to 60 days. Focus on what you're putting into your body. And if fasting works for you, I would go ahead and try that, and it's not for everybody. So even if it doesn't work for you, just stick with eating the high-fat, low-carbohydrate diet, and you'll be getting fast results even if you don't exercise. So again, we're doing the intermittent fasting. You can do 16-8, you can do 12-hour, you can do a 24-hour fast a couple times a week, but just see what works best for you. Your body's naturally going to start pulling more fat from your stores, from your belly, from your love handles, from your thighs. You're going to use it for energy every single day, and you're going to start losing weight without even exercising. It's going to be natural, which is awesome, and that's what makes it easy and effortless. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button below, comment below, let me know what you want me to cover in future videos, and go ahead and subscribe, because I'm shooting new videos every single week to help you lose more weight. And if you want to get a free gift on how to triple your fat burning overnight, just click the link in the description below. Let me know what your best email is, and I'll send it over to you 100% free, my way of just saying thank you for taking the time to watch this video.